Yeah, I'll react to that, sure. Didn't I see this? I don't think I did. I think I saw Unwritten Rules of England. No, I haven't seen this. Preemptive like. My name's Connor. Hello, I like to watch things and do stuff. Rhode Island, best state in the Union. New England, best England. USA, in that order. All right, let's go. Did I say original link to the video at the top of the description? If I didn't, I just did. Let's go.
Hey there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Walter's World, and today we're in London. Yep, there's the Parliament behind me. And today what I have for you are a few don'ts of visiting London. Because we always have the things you should do when you go places. Now I'm going to give you the things you don't do when you go to London. And the first thing you don't want to do is don't forget to look right. The biggest thing that gets tourists when they're here is they walk into traffic thinking, oh, I look left, then right, then left, and I'll be fine. Wrong. They drive on the other side of the road here, people. So that means the cars will be coming from the right. So look right, and then left, and then right. Otherwise, I hope you didn't forget to get your insurance because, bam, you're going to get hit. So that's the first don't. The second don't we have is don't forget to tap out your Oyster card. Look, public transportation in London is expensive. And if you're going to be taking the tube a lot, £3 for one ride, that's like $5. That €4 or $5. That's a lot of money. So what you want to do is get an Oyster card, which will make it cheaper to ride. So it's like half price. But the thing is, you tap in to get in, but also you have to tap when you get out. Otherwise, they'll charge you like a super mega fee, like you went out to an airport.
You don't tap out in the buses? Didn't you just...
When you get out, otherwise they'll charge you like a super mega fee, like you went out to an airport or something and came back and eat up all your money. So don't forget to tap out. The third don't of coming to London is don't think that this is England. London is an international city.
I get it. Just a question. When it comes to the double-decker buses, is there only... Because of the height of the buses, there must be bridges and stuff that it can't go under. So are they limited to like certain parts in the city?
And you've got people from all over the world. So you got great Chinese food, you got great American food, great Mexican food. You got people from all over that work here, live here, have children here. This is a super international city. I mean, for me, it's the most international city in Europe with all the different people that come here and mix and stuff and match and have a great time.
I'm pausing so much, but I feel like American food is a weird term because I've noticed how every American food is sort of a food from a different country that was just kind of brought over here and made slightly different. And so am I being too
also work and live, and the thing is, people come expecting the Downton Abbey kind of England, Britain kind of stuff. London isn't like that. London is a vibrant, modern city of true Europe because of all the people coming from all over Europe to work here. So don't think that it's just England here. It is so much more than that. But don't worry, you can still have your high tea at 4, and you can have your picture in the phone booth and those kind of things, and wave at the Queen and see the change of the guard.
She's sort of like nervous going
in the phone booth and those kind of things, and wave at the Queen and see the change of the guard. They do have those really good English things, but don't think it's just England here. This is an international city. And that leads to the fourth don't. Don't just eat at the pubs when you come here. Yes, you do need to eat at the pubs, whether you're going to have a beef burger or you're going to have a steak and kidney pie or bangers and mash, all these really typical English foods. But the thing is, London gives you the opportunity to explore. Remember I talked about all those different nationalities?
Is steak and kidney pie exactly what it sounds like it is? Like it's pieces of steak and some kind of kidney of, doesn't sound very appetizing, of an animal?
Here, there's that many nationalities of restaurants as well, and you have fantastic restaurants here in London. And the thing is, this place is expensive, but the difference between expensive and not as expensive and medium price ones aren't that much, so you can actually eat a decent meal, go a little bit higher and have the better version of the meal than other places. So there is that. And that kind of goes in with the fifth don't we have is don't expect to go home with a lot of money in your wallet, okay? London is expensive. The hotels, the transport I was talking about, some of the museums. I mean, I remember when I went to Madame Tussauds with the conversion rate. It was,
oh my God. What's it called? What's the term? That's like, it's so close to lifelike, but it's not. And it's that cusp is the something uncanny valley. That's what it is. When something's so close to real, but not, that it just turns extremely creepy.
$50 to go in. That's why I'm never really promoting it very much to go there. And you can really spend a lot of money when you're here, hitting the pubs and getting a beer for 4 or 5 pounds. That's like $7 or $8. It adds up really quick, especially when you got a nice day like today. You're gonna be out with the pubs, having some drinks with your friends or some of the locals you meet here. And just know this is not a cheap experience, so don't expect to go home with a lot of money. That's why I say for number 6, don't forget about the free stuff. There's a lot of great free museums and free things to do here in London. My favorite, the British Museum. It's free to go. You can see the Rosetta Stone, how they figured out how to read hieroglyphics. You can go see, the sarcophagi of the Egyptian pharaohs. You can see the Greek stuff. You can see all kinds of things from all over the world there, and it's one of the coolest museums you can go to. And whether you're young or old, you will love it. It is just that awesome a museum. But there's not just that.
I mean, there's no way I'm not going to museums. But if anyone goes with, I go very slow, and I like to take my time in museums, and I might be there for a while. But I've been to the Louvre, amazing. I also went to a museum in Amsterdam. I think it was a Van Gogh museum. I'm not exactly sure. Also a good one. But painting museums, but I like to see more museums with like historical artifacts and things like that.
Yes, going and seeing Big Ben and Parliament, just going by like, wow, you have that kind of vacation moment. Look, kids, Big Ben, Parliament. You can't help yourself getting in awe because you walk around here and you see so many sights that you've seen in movies and all kinds of stuff that it really makes you go, oh, look, there's the globe. Yes, it costs a lot of money to go in, but it's free to look out from the outside.
Not Shakespeare.
Go watch the changing of the guard in the morning, at Buckingham Palace. There's all kinds of cool free stuff, so don't miss out on that because you don't always have to spend a lot, okay? Yes, sometimes it's worth the money. Going to Westminster Abbey and paying to go in there, that is worth the money. Other things might not be. Now, my 7th don't is don't expect to get anywhere on a Sunday morning. This is for my European travelers that are going to be using Ryanair and EasyJet, and they're going to have those early morning flights, like 6 a.m. from Stansted or something like that. Sunday mornings in London, it seems like it's when they're always doing construction on a train track or maintenance on a tube line or things like that. And the tube lines and stuff like that might not be working, or you might not be able to get to the tube to connect to the train and those kind of things. So if you have a chance, choose a flight later in the day on Sunday to fly out. I'm actually flying out on a Sunday here, and I got a 2:30 flight because I knew if I took that 8 o'clock in the morning flight,
one of the most British things I've ever seen.
Here, and I got a 2:30 flight because I knew if I took that 8 o'clock in the morning flight, I might end up taking a taxi out to Stansted for £100. Okay. Now the thing is, if you want, save money in terms of those airports, a lot like TerraVision, there's other kinds.
I'm getting major ADD right now and looking around and not paying attention. I'm going back 10 seconds.
End up taking a taxi out to Stansted for £100. Okay. Now the thing is, if you want, save money in terms of those airports, a lot like TerraVision. There's other kinds of other bus companies that'll go between the airports. They might go from Victoria Station, but you still have to get there, and getting that cab at 5 in the morning or 4 in the morning from from Greenwich to there, that can add up as well and actually cost more than your cheap flight ticket. Okay, so be careful with that.
I just want to say one thing, and I'll be quick because I said it in the don'ts of Scotland as well. There's just an aura or a spirit to European cities that there isn't in America because of how American cities were built with, like a strategy in mind and convenience and just simple square, rectangular blocks. And it just doesn't have the same history of having to build around historical buildings that European cities do.
The 8th don't I have is don't mess up with the queuing. Look, Brits and English people in general are very much polite, straightforward people. Your please and thank yous and your sorries. Make sure you bring your manners. But especially when it comes to queuing or forming a line, the Brits love their lines and they follow their lines. And if you get out of line or try to button line or cut in line, ooh, you will suffer the ire of the Brits, okay? Of the Londoners. So make sure you do mind your P's and Q's.
I have a big question.
And also the P's and Q's meaning what you say, but also the Q, the line, okay? So those are my...
Oh, great. But this is said in a lot of, visiting whatever country videos is the Q, the line, as if, like, do we just, like, cut lines in the U.S.? I don't... Of course there are going to be lines. Is there something I'm missing? Like, is there an extra adherence over here? But I feel like that's the same everywhere. If you're going to cut someone in line, someone's going to be like, hey, what are you doing?
Don'ts of visiting London. What are some things you recommend that tourists don't do when they are here? Please put in the comment section below so we can have some more don'ts to help out tourists. If you want to learn more, 5 things you love and hate about visiting London.
He has a bunch of different London videos. Sorry, guys, it's a bit end of the day. This is like my 7th video I've done today. I'm going to post it tomorrow. Sorry if I was a bit tired here. But interesting. A few things I heard in his other videos. But love this guy's channel. Love reacting to him. Yeah. Love to go. I will go to London again and many countries in Europe. I plan on it. See you guys next time.